Hello everyone, my name is Maggie if you're new here, and today we are going to be continuing my series that I've been doing on my channel here, where I go through each category of makeup in my collection and talk you guys through them. So today we are going to be doing the eye category as a whole, rather than like separating it from mascaras, eyeshadow sticks and stuff like that. I'm going to do it all in one because I don't have too much of each, so I figured we can just bang this one out right now. So yeah, we're gonna get started. This is everything that's in my collection for the eye category, other than like eyeshadow palettes. That's gonna be its own separate video because I have so many eyeshadow palettes. Let's jump right in. First off, I want to mention that this will not contain anything that I purchased in my huge haul that I just uploaded. So my last video, I did buy a few mascaras, but I haven't tried them yet, so I'm not going to talk about them right now until I have an opinion on them. So I'm going to just leave those out of this video. We're going to start off with eye primers. I typically only keep one eye primer in my collection at a time, just because I don't see a reason to have like multiple open at once. They all pretty much do the same thing, and if I'm using an eye primer that I don't like, I'll just get rid of it and use a different one. So the one eye primer that I currently have is this Appeal Hydrating Eyeshadow Primer. If you have watched any of my Get Ready With Me's within the last couple of months, this is the one eye primer that I've been using, and I really like it. I got this from a BoxyCharm box, but it comes with this metal applicator on it, so it's really nice and cold when you put it on your eyes. So it kind of helps depuff the eyes a little bit. I've been really liking this just as like a easy to use base for my eyeshadows. I don't know that it's necessarily like hydrating. Like I can't tell a difference between this and the last primer that I was using, which was the Colourpop Party Proof primer, I believe. It allows the shadows to really grip onto your eyes. I find that it doesn't make my eyeshadow crease any faster. Like it works as a primer, so I really like it. I've never tried anything from Appeal, so this was my first. I've never even heard of the brand, but I really have been enjoying this. Let's move on to mascaras. I have quite a few. I have some opinions. I have quite a lot of opinions. I'm very picky when it comes to my mascaras, so I like trying new ones. I want my lashes to look a certain way, and I stick with that. First, we have the Colourpop BFF Volumizing Mascara. I have two different shades. I love this mascara. I have it in the shade Brownie Points, and I have it in the shade Blue Ya Mind, so Brownie Points is a brown, and Blue Ya Mind is like this electric cobalt blue shade. I love this mascara. I love a volumizing mascara. I want my lashes to look really fluffy but still long and hold a curl, and I find that this mascara does that, and it's pretty inexpensive. I want to say these are like $7 or $8, and they come in so many different shades. Like, I want to try them all. I really like this mascara. I love the bristles on the brush. As you can see, they're very like close together, and it's like a natural fiber bristle rather than like a plastic bristle. I really don't like plastic bristles with my mascaras because I want very soft, almost doll-like lashes. Love these mascaras. Next up, with the Volumizing Mascara train, this is the e.l.f. Big Mood Mascara. And this one is in the shade Pitch Black. I've been testing this out for a little bit, and I have to say, I don't like it. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I like the brush. It's the type of brush that I like, but I find that the formula, it doesn't hold a curl, and I find that it flakes really bad on me, so I want to try maybe a waterproof version of this to see if it doesn't do that. A lot of mascaras flake on me. I have very like watery eyes, So that's just like a common theme for me, is a lot of mascaras flake. So this isn't my absolute favorite, but I still use it like day to day because I don't need like the world's most volume, like I don't need perfect lashes day to day, like I don't care. I just slap it on. But I wouldn't wear this if like I'm filming or if I am going somewhere, because you can't really see it. My lashes kind of just fall. Then we have the e.l.f. Lash Extender mascara, also in pitch black. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. It has plastic bristles that are really close together, and I find that the plastic bristles really poke my eye, which sounds ridiculous. It's like they poke your eye. Yeah, it kind of like almost itches or like scratches when I put this on because of that plasticky wand component to it. And this is more of a lengthening mascara rather than volumizing, so I find that it's just a very heavy formula, so my lashes kind of just fall down. They just fall down. It is very lengthening though, but because I have long lashes, but they need to be able to hold a curl for you to see them because they grow straight or down. So I find that this just doesn't hold a curl well enough for my lashes, and by the end of the day it looks like I have 3 lashes. So again, not my favorite. I'm currently on the hunt for like my perfect mascara. 2 of my favorites are the It Cosmetics Superhero mascara and the Lancome Monsieur Beg, but Lancome isn't cruelty free, I don't think. And I also just don't own either of those right now because I'm trying to find like a drugstore alternative. I'd rather pay $7 or $8 for some mascara than like 24, 25, just because I go through mascaras so quickly. Up next we have the Milani Highly Rated Lash Extensions Tubing Mascara. So this is a tubing mascara, and tubing mascaras basically create like a tube around your lashes, and so when you go to wash it off, it kind of just like, you just take some warm water and it falls off. It doesn't smear basically, so you don't get like raccoon eyes or anything like that. I want to like this. I think it needs to dry out more. It's the mascara I'm using today in combination with the next one that I'm going to talk about. I want to like this. It's just a very wet formula. So I've been trying to let it dry out a little bit just because I get it everywhere. When I use this, it's like all over the place and I have to go in with a little spoolie and clean it up, which is not my favorite thing to do. I don't want to be doing that every day. So I've been trying to like leave it open. I don't know. But very short, stubby bristles on the component, and yeah, it's not my absolute favorite just yet. I think I would really love it once it dries out, but I can't seem to get it to dry out. I don't know, I don't get it. Lastly, for mascaras, this is the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. This is probably my favorite day-to-day mascara. Like, I love the Colourpop BFF ones, but I don't want to wear brown or blue every day. If you saw my last video, which was a haul of stuff I got at Ulta, I did pick up the black one. I just haven't tried it yet. I really like this one. Even though it has plastic bristles, I really love this mascara. The shape of the wand allows it to really hold a curl. This is what I'm wearing in combination with the Milani one because I felt like this one was weighing down my lashes too much. So I use this one to really lift and curl them, and I found that I liked it, but I feel like my lashes are looking a little bit clumpier than I normally go for, but like it looks fine. But I really like this one by itself. It holds a curl, makes my lashes super volumized and lengthened. Like, it has everything I really look for in a mascara. So I do enjoy this one quite a bit. It's like my favorite day-to-day that I currently own, but I feel like I could find something better. Like, I'm still on the lookout for a mascara that's a little bit better than this. Let's quickly talk about brows. You already know, if you've watched any of my get ready with me's recently. These are my go-to brows right now. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. Excuse me, Deep Brown. I have gone through countless of these. I like this one because it's a bigger tip to the crayon, but it's not like crazy pigmented. So because it is a thicker tip, I have bigger brows, I don't really need to fill them in. Like, I could get away with just a brow gel, I think, but I like the look of really full brows on me. So I like this because I can just quickly run through them and they're filled in, good to go. Comes with a little spoolie to blend it out. It's the classic brow pencil, and this is super cheap. e.l.f. is super inexpensive. I want to say this is no more than $5, and I go through probably one of these a month or so. Then, just like with my eye primers, I pretty much only keep one brow product in my collection at a time. So currently I am using the Essence Make Me Brow gel. I really like this one. It has fibers in it. This is in the shade Ashy Brows 04. But it's a little bit more pigmented than your typical brow gel, I think. But it does have fibers in it, so it gives them that full look. Like, the fibers help it look like hair. All-time favorite one is the NYX Brow Glue. I just don't own that one currently. But I really have been liking this. It holds my brows in place, but it's flexible, which typically I don't go for. I want my brows to like lock in place and not move, but I've been enjoying this one with its flexibility, and this is dummy inexpensive, maybe $3. Love her. Next, let's talk about liners. I don't have too many. I'm not a big liner girly. If you know, you know. I suck at liquid liner, so I don't own that many of them because I don't go through them very fast. But the one black liquid liner I own is the Wet n Wild Megaliner in black. And it is one of those inkwell liners with like a sponge tip on it. This is a very black mascara eyeliner. You can get a really precise line. It's terrible, but you can get a really nice precise line with the brush, and I find that it's just easy to use. It's pretty matte, it's pretty black. And yeah, it's inexpensive. Since I don't wear like liquid liner every day, I don't feel the need to spend a lot of money on one. Like, I'm fine buying a cheap one from the drugstore, but this is pretty good. I feel like this kind of compares to a lot of higher end liners. I think it works very well, and it's really inexpensive. The other liquid liner I have, this is probably my favorite liquid liner. This is the Colourpop liquid liner in the shade Grande, and this is a brown liner. It is a pen liner with a felt tip. I love this stuff. I've gone through 2 or 3 of these. Typically I'll go for brown liner over black, just because I'm so messy with it. I find that the brown's a little less harsh, so you can't really see all the mistakes I'm making because it's all user error, it's not formula error. Really nice deep brown shade, and I just find that it makes my blue eyes pop. Really enjoy this guy, and sometimes I'll use it for like fake freckles and stuff like that, and it works great. So I've gone through 2 of these, I think, at this point. But like I said, I'll try and like my get ready with me's and stuff, but I don't really wear liquid liner day to day because I don't have the motivation to clean it up because I stink at liquid liner. For gel pencils, we have the e.l.f. No Budge retractable liner in the shade black. This is just a good classic matte black, and it truly does not budge. So I like putting this in my waterline and in my tight line when I want more of like a smoky look. Super inexpensive, just a good everyday pop in the waterline. It truly does not budge. It doesn't smudge. it lasts all day. So then I also picked up the same e.l.f. No Budge retractable liner, but this one is in the shade Coffee, so it's a brown. And typically, ever since I picked this one up, I'll go for this over the black one just because it's just softer. I really do like browns and purples to really make my blue eyes pop. Same deal, does not budge, super matte, and it just, brown is a little bit softer than black. So like if I'm doing more of like a neutral, quick eye look and I want some liner, I'll typically reach for the brown one. Or this one that I've been loving recently. This is the Rare Beauty Perfect Strokes Longwear Gel Eyeliner in the shade Compassion. This was a BoxyCharm item that I got. And it is the eyeliner I'm wearing in my tight line today. I have been loving this. It's like a deep plum shade with a little bit of a brown undertone, and I find that it just really makes my blue eyes pop. So I've really been liking this. It does not move. It's nice. It's like there's a little something there, but it's not so intense as like a black gel liner. But yeah, what do you guys think? I think because it has like that slight brown to it, it works. So if you have blue eyes, or even like brown eyes might look, it's so nice. I'd never tried the Rare Beauty liners, and like it truly does not, like I just had to put pressure on my hand to try and get that off. Then I have 3 gel liners from Colourpop. First one is it's all their BFF liners in the shade Palazzo. This was from their Limoncello line a few years ago, and it's just a really pretty, like grayish blue teal shade. So gorgeous. I love combining this with that blue Colourpop mascara. So I don't know, it's such a unique shade. I feel like it's not a bright electric blue, but it's still I really like this one. As you can see, like all of the wording and the outer bits have come off of it because I use it so much. When I want to do like a fun pop of color, I'll typically go for this one or this next one I'm going to talk about, which is the BFF Cream Gel Liner in the shade Teaspoon, which is a super pretty green shade. I love this. I love green eyeshadows and green liners. I don't typically wear them, but it's just so pretty. And these really are like, they smudge a little bit, so you can do like a smoky eye with them if you want, like, but it doesn't leave your under eyes, like it doesn't transfer if you put them in your tight line or anything like that. So pretty, so pretty. Last but not least, this is from Colourpop again, and it is in the shade Overboard, which when I bought this, I thought it was going to be a brown like the e.l.f. liner was, but this is more of like a metallic. God, it's so smooth and creamy. Look at this. Look at that. That's another thing about these. They are so smooth. They do not pull on the eyes. But this is more of like a metallic, like it's got some sheen to it, but under the eyes it looks, or like in your waterline and tight line, it looks so pretty. It looks so pretty. But yeah, they're just so creamy, so easy to use, beginner friendly. If you're looking for a way to like add a little pop of color to your look, highly recommend trying out the Colourpop gel cream liners, because it won't break the bank for you to try them, and they just glide. They just glide right on. So that's it for like gel cream liners that you can like throw in your tight line or whatever. For like single shadow sticks. Again, I only have 3. This is a very small category for me of like eyes. It's just not my favorite. Like, I love eyeshadow palettes, foundations, blush, and highlighter. I feel like those are like my main ones, but like eyes, I'm like, eh. So the first one is this About Face Matte Fluid Eye Paint in the shade Cloned. So it is this really pretty brown terracotta color. So nice under, like, if you're doing like a brown smoky eye and you want like a base to put underneath. This is so nice. It does dry down completely matte, but obviously it won't right now. But it is so pigmented. You need one swipe. One swipe. That was one. Oh, that was terrible. One swipe. So pigmented. Lasts forever because it dries down matte. It doesn't smudge, doesn't budge. I really like it. I don't use it that much because it is like a little intimidating, but I definitely want to try other shades of their fluid eye paint. Like, this is just so innovative and cool. If you haven't like gone to Ulta and swatched these, I recommend you do so right now. Then I have like 2 shadow sticks. The first one is this Rare Beauty All of the Above Weightless Eyeshadow Stick in the shade Growth. Yet another BoxyCharm. I've gotten 2 Rare Beauty things from them. I'm fine with it. But it is this really pretty copper bronzy shade. Oh my god. Just like a day-to-day, you can slap it on and kind of blend out the edges, and it looks like you put in so much more work to your eyes than you actually did. Like, it's one of those one and done shadow sticks. Super nice. I find that it doesn't budge, it doesn't crease. If I'm running out the door and I want to look a little bit more put together, I'll just slap some of this on and call it, it's a mascara, and call it a day. Really nice for like on the go, and look at that shine. Oh, so pretty. And then from e.l.f. we have the Mint Melt No Budge eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Ice Cream. It's low-key very dried out. This was from their Mint Melt collection a few years ago. Still got some oomph to it. I loved this. Again, it's like a one and done shade. It's got like a little bit of a taupey shift to it almost, but like the glitter in it is just blinding. Like, as an inner corner highlight, this is so pretty. I wish they still made stuff from the Mint Melt collection because I loved it. It was so good. Like, they had a primer too that smelled like mint ice cream. Really nice. And I've had this for years and it's still kicking. And last but not least, we'll talk about single shadows. Again, I don't have too many of them. I do prefer palettes over my single shadows, but I do have some. The first one is, I believe this was like a little Sephora perk, or I don't think it was a birthday gift, but it was, you know, something like that. This is the Natasha Denona. It's from their retro eyeshadow palette in the shade Hello. And it is this really pretty, like, pinky bronze shade. I will say that this is so soft and buttery, and the pigment is just insane. It's got a little hint of like taupe and brown to it, but oh, with like a warm bronzy eye. This in the center, so gorgeous, so gorgeous. Then from Kiko Milano we have the long-lasting wet and dry eyeshadow in the shade 208. I picked this up when I was in England visiting some family, and this is just stunning. Now you can use this obviously wet or dry, but when you use it dry, it almost looks wet. Look at that metallic sheen to it. On the eyes, it's so pretty. Sometimes when I've got more of like a tan in the summer, I'll use this as a highlighter because it's just blinding. It's got a little bit of like a peachiness to it. And a little mirror. So cute. Love this. It just reminds me of my time in England. But oh my god. Like, on the eyes it just looks wet. Next up we have the Urban Decay Moon Dust eyeshadow in the shade Space Cowboy. This is a cult classic that I recently, like just this past year, picked up and used. I'd never used it before this past year, and I love it. It has more glitter to it than like the Kiko one, but as like an eyeshadow topper, it is so pretty. It's just got like these blue reflex to it, a little bit of peachiness to it. It's a cult classic for a reason. If you want like glitter on your eyes, you pick that up and you use it and you love it. Then we have the e.l.f. Fine as Fleck glitter eyeshadow in the shade Filthy Rich. I think these were supposed to be similar to the Urban Decay Moon Dust in terms of like packaging, and they're more of a glittery shadow. This is not as soft as the Urban Decay one, but it still has great color payout. It's like a brown with some bluish green reflect to it. On the eyes it looks beautiful with like a more smoky cool tone look. It's really nice. It's a good drugstore option to try. They have other colors, probably one that's more similar to Space Cowboy, I'm sure that they have, but I just picked this one up because it's kind of different. But yeah, these are really cheap, but you can see like where they were trying to go with that, at least I think. Then we have the Half Magic little single shadow in the shade Swamp Goddess. Now if you've been watching my channel for a little bit here, you know how obsessed I am with this shadow. It is so pretty. It's very soft to the touch, and then it's just like this pink with green reflex to it. Oh my god, as like an inner corner highlight or even just on the lid. It is so pretty because you'll be walking down the street and you'll be like, is it pink? Is it green? I don't know. But the glitter on it is so fine but still visible. Like it's not like a sheen, you know, it's a glitter. It's sparkly. Really love this. And it comes in compostable packaging. Like I think that's really cool because like these are not going to be compostable, but this is just kind of new, innovative, different. Last but not least, we have the Kat Von D Dazzle Stick in the shade Hail Surge. This is really cool. So this is a stick and it is super glittery. It almost feels, oh, see, look at that. Oh my god, on the eyes it's stunning. It looks like metallic and wet. They feel almost like wet to the touch when you swatch it or when you put it on your eyes, but it doesn't budge, and it is just like intense glow. Look at that. I don't know why more people don't talk about that product. Like it's so, oh my gosh, so pretty. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. That's everything in my like eyes collection. I really want to keep doing these makeup collection videos where we deep dive into each category in my collection, and then when we're done I'm going to do a massive declutter. Let me know what you guys want to see from me next. I will have my socials linked down below and my last video as well linked down below, and all of the products mentioned here today as well. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.